A beloved professor, killed with an axe. A killer on the loose. LSU thought they'd have an arrest in 24 hours. 100 years later, it's still unsolved. This is Hidden Lens History, bringing the past back into focus. It's June 7th, 1925, in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. LSU's old agronomy building, nicknamed Haunted Hall for its Civil War past, sits half-packed. Departments are preparing to move out, but finals week hums on in the thick southern air. Professor Oscar B. Turner, 50-ish and soft-spoken, is the kind of teacher students respect. Quiet, precise. He knows which student's cotton plot is struggling and why. He teaches agronomy 33, and recently, something's been bothering him. A set of final exam questions has gone missing. He and his student assistant, R.G. Markham, make plans to meet early Sunday morning to track them down. But Markham never gets the chance. He arrives that morning to find Turner at the foot of the stairs, face and throat slashed, a small fire axe nearby. Turner is still alive, but only barely. He dies without speaking. Early reports mention a blood-stained palm print on the axe handle. Investigators talk about fingerprinting every student in the department. And then, things get strange. By the next day, the missing exam materials are back. They've somehow reappeared on Turner's desk. The theory hardens fast. Someone stole the test, tried to slip it back, and got caught. A confrontation. Then the axe. And yet, the very next morning, Turner's class shows up, every one of them, to take the final. No delay, no cancellation. In a building where their professor had just been killed. Police double down. A landlady on Lafayette Street reports seeing Turner the day before, riding in an open touring car with 3 men she didn't recognize. The car was dusty, like it had come in from the road. Police say the men were university students. They're identified and cleared. The lead quietly dies. Inside the building, officers find 2 strange details. First, a bundle of Turner's books and papers, hidden inside an electric oven in a nearby lab. And second, a handkerchief, bloodied, with a student's surname embroidered on the edge. They bring in the student. Classmates say Turner was the kind of professor who'd pick up a lost handkerchief during lab and forget about it. The student is questioned. Nothing charges out of it. Meanwhile, the janitor is questioned and cleared. Officers say they're narrowing in. Newspapers run lurid layouts, photos of Haunted Hall, captions pointing to a student killer caught cheating. But the prints on the axe? Smudged, useless, and the leads start drying up. That's when officials quietly bring in outside help. A Pendleton agency operative posing as a magazine salesman. His job is to re-walk the scene, blend in on campus, pressure test alibis, and push beyond the cheating theory. He starts looking into what he calls the quiet motives: jealousy, grudges, debts. And while he's doing that, reports surface of a woman shadowing the investigation, seen near Haunted Hall, and later in a car with 2 men in out-of-state plates. Papers call her a mystery woman, but she's never named, and the trail vanishes. The most extraordinary development, though, comes from the students themselves. They don't just grieve or gossip. They form a committee, a student-led task force, officially recognized by the district attorney and the coroner, to help investigate the crime. They search each other's rooms, turn over findings, and try, seriously, to solve their professor's murder. But it's not enough. The days stretch into months. Then, a year later, police question H.R. Henderson, already jailed for 2 other killings, about Turner's death. He denies it. Nothing ties him in. That lead fades too. And all of it, every twist, every theory, it's unfolding in a building already on borrowed time. LSU was shifting campuses. Haunted Hall would soon be demolished, swept aside for the new state capital. The crime scene? gone before a decade had passed, which may be why this case never quite stuck in the public memory. No scene to return to, no closure, just unsolved. And yet the clues remain: papers, witnesses, timelines, still waiting to be solved. Even 100 years later, it still feels close to being solved. The exam papers vanished, then reappeared, his books tucked neatly inside an oven, a bloodied handkerchief with a student's name. A waitress saw him with 3 unfamiliar men, and a student task force, officially sanctioned, searching each other's rooms like detectives. But back then, there was no DNA, no digital trail, no way to lock in a bloody palm print with certainty. Today, we'd reconstruct the timeline, scan for performance spikes and outliers on exam performance, run fingerprints and facial matches in hours. But in 1925, all anyone could do was gather the clues and guess. Thanks for watching Hidden Lens History. Drop what you think happened in the comments, and subscribe to see more headlines from the 1920s brought back into focus.